Hello, my name's Guy Williams. We're at Te Paro Station. We have 650 hectares. We planted this gully because of a lot of the logging trucks and trucks that are going down the road here have cracked the road. So we had to stabilise the hill. And Stan Braxmer from the Wellington Regional Council came and saw me a number of years ago and talked about the eucalypts trial. We went ahead with it. We invested in it along with the Regional Council and District Council. And that's how we got to where we are now. There's a trial there with 14, I think, varieties of eucalypts in there to see what works and what doesn't work. These were planted in 2013, basically as a fact-finding mission, so people can make informed decisions about what they plant on their own properties. The reason we went to the eucalypts was because grass grows under a eucalypts tree and we can still graze the paddock. We looked into it down the track as, are they going to have a hardwood that could suffice to be a post in a vineyard, to be an organic vineyard without treating it, cross members on power poles. We have the option too of firewood, harder firewood. Another positive for the eucalypts is because there's grass underneath them, when the southerly comes up after shearing, we can put our ewes or lambs in the eucalypts where they can eat the grass, nice and warm, plenty of protection for them.
Okay, so I'm Heather Atkinson, one of the owners of Wairarapa down in Pirinoa, South Wairarapa. It's a 600-acre farm that's been certified organic for 30 years, and we are hosting a research project for NZ DFI. We've got 10,000 globoidea trees that are planted as a breeding population, and they were planted back in 2011. So we were seeking, as an industry, cross-sector industry group, we were seeking solutions for orchardists, horticulturalists, pastoral farmers, viticulturalists, everyone to CCA treated posts. I came across the work of NZ DFI and learnt a little about the qualities of the ground durable timbers that they're researching, and were really keen to support the initiative. We were interested in planting this because we saw the opportunity to get a more resilient forestry plant, both in terms of coping with the dry east coast conditions that we get on the property, and also because we see it as a more sustainable resource. It doesn't require treating, and it's something we can also manage on farm in terms of milling to meet our own needs. They have quite a short rotation, so in terms of a forestry tree, we can see us getting something to harvest in quite a short term, and also we can manage that resource on farm. So we would like to find an alternative to our post requirements on farm, and also we can then mill it up and make rails and other products that are essential. We saw the eucalypts as another way of introducing further biodiversity. We've invested significantly in native vegetation and see the flowering times of the eucalypts to be supporting the feed and the requirements of birds and bees, and really getting our biodiversity on farm humming. As certified organic accredited growers, we export our products into international markets, and so to do that we have to meet the market requirements of those countries. So for us, finding a resource that we can use and doesn't require the treatments will allow us to continue to export within those international markets.
My name's Ian Dews. I'm the president of the local Wairarapa Farm Forestry branch. So why I'm choosing eucalyptus, I hope to find an appropriate, or several species there to cover the hardwood, whether it be veneer or sawn timber. We have to get a resource in the ground to be able to develop a industry further down the track. So you have to have the horse before the cart. For our situation, I'm being very mindful of the type of eucalypt that we decide on for when it flowers, because of our principal income from the property is manuka, honey, and so we don't want the flowering coinciding with the December, January, February harvest of the manuka. Probably one of the downsides of eucalypts potentially, but it's no worse than manuka, is the flammable nature of eucalypts. But I guess if you're keeping them well thinned, and your understory doesn't get too dense, then that lessens that potential risk.
Greater Wellington Regional Council and the New Zealand Dryland Forests Initiative have been working together for quite a few years now, and the Drylands Forest Initiative has been providing that science engine to make sure that there's a strong science base for species selection and understanding how to provide the wood stock for a sustainable hardwood industry. And with that background of work that's gone on, the timing is now right to expand these trial sites into potential industry scale production sites for a reliable, sustainable hardwood industry in our region. So we're in a space in New Zealand these days where resource management is changing at a rapid speed, with national policy and expectations of managing land resources differently. With national policy statements and community expectations around water quality and appropriate land use, that means that catchment communities and the people managing these land resource challenges need options and tools available. We're seeking to be able to provide reliable, very science-based technical information of species that will grow in this environment. It's future-proof with climate change considerations as well. It's another option to pine. Radiata has its place, but diversification across the landscape is quite important. And with the durable hardwood industry, we're seeking to have a supply chain created and a market that is solving the chicken and egg scenario, where we have a hardwood resource planted in the ground but no market to accept those trees in the industry production side of things, or the other way around, where the industry production's there but the tree resource is not in the ground. So pulling this all together is the exciting opportunity we have with this initiative.